Hi everyone, here we are with level 2 for our composition project. Level 2 is going to be very similar to level 1, but our rhythms are getting a little bit more complex. We're out now adding 16th notes as well as a couple of 8th rests. So the other side of an 8th note is the 8th rest. Okay. And we're also going to follow specific 4-bar patterns. So in this lesson, we're going to add 16th notes and 8th rest to our rhythm patterns. You will also create 4-bar rhythms that follow an A-B-A-C pattern and an A-B-C-B pattern. And I will explain to you what that means. Okay, so let's start by getting the tools we're going to need for this lesson. So we'll go over to our list of toolboxes here. And just like level 1, all we're really going to need is maybe edit just for the undo button if we want to do that. Okay, and duration, which is basically our notes. And it's called duration because duration means how long something is. Okay, so a quarter note is 1 beat long, a half note is 2 beats long, whole note is 4 beats, eighth note is half of a beat. Okay, so that's duration, how long each note lasts. Okay, so let's get started. So let's look at section A here. Section A, I've created a 4-bar pattern that follows an A, B, A, C form, or 4-bar phrase. Okay, so that means that this bar and this bar, if you look at them, they're exactly the same, right? 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, and then if we look at bar number 2 and bar number 4, they are not the same, they are different. Okay, so we just label that A, B, A, C, which essentially means same, different, same, different. Okay, so let's write it out down below. So we'll start by putting in our note, and it kind of automatically does a quarter note if you don't pick anything else. Okay, so if you remember from level 1 how we do this, we just put the note where we want it. Okay, and then after you put it in, we can change it. So we want to change it to an 8th note. So the easiest way is put it in first, then change it. Okay, so I've got an 8th note. We want to change it to a quarter note. So put it in first, then change it. Quarter note, change it to an 8th note. Okay, so we're done that measure. All right, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, you don't need to worry about color coding, of course. I just did that so that you could easily see the pattern. So let's just keep going. Okay, change it to an 8th note. Okay, and now here comes something new. This time we're going to change it right to a 16th note. Okay, and you can see it now. It changes the next part to a 16th rest, which just like an 8th note has one tail, an 8th rest has one tail, 16th rest has two tails. So there's our 16th notes, or our ticka ticka. Okay, and we're going to need to change that back to a quarter note. Okay, so A, B. Now we're going to basically do the same thing as our first measure again. 1, 2, and 8th notes. Okay. Okay, oh, that's a half note because it was over a half rest, so let's change it to a quarter note. And 4, oh, change it to an 8th note. And. Okay. And now our last measure, we start with some 16th notes, so we can, oh, okay. Now, first of all, I put that in the wrong spot, right? It's not sitting on the line where we want it. So the easiest way to do that is with your arrow keys on your keyboard. So I'm just going to press up until it gets to the right spot. Okay, and then I'm going to change it to what I want, which is a 16th note. And we have whole bunch of 16th notes, 2 whole beats of 16th notes in a row. No, we don't want a half note there, certainly. We want an 8th note. 8th note, and finish it off with a quarter note. Okay, so let's have a look. We can have a listen. So first line and second line should sound exactly the same. Let's check. Okay, good. So that's great. And as you listen to it, try to hear what the A, B, A, C pattern sounds like, because that's the most important part, is what does it sound like to have that same, different phrase. Okay, so let's move down to B. B follows a different pattern. A, B, C, B. Okay, so same, different, same. Okay, A, B, C, B. So this time, measure 2 and 4 are the same. Measure 1 and 3 are different. Okay, up here, 1 and 3 were the same. 2 and 4 are different. Okay, so this is going to have a different feel. So let's do this one. This one's on the bottom line. Okay, we start with some 8th notes. Okay, I'm going to work at a bit of a faster speed here, but of course, if you need to pause, if you're not keeping up with me, that's perfectly fine, of course. Okay, we need to change that to a quarter note. Okay, and we're back to 8th notes. Okay, now we've got a quarter rest here. We want an 8th rest. So there's 2 ways we could do this. The easiest way, we're going to click. Let's just do it this way. We're going to put in the note, okay? And well, because we had 8th notes selected last time, it put in an 8th note. So we put in an 8th note. Now to turn it into a rest, I just need to, on my keyboard, press backspace. And it deletes the note and leaves a rest. Okay, so that's how you change a note into a rest. Just put backspace. So the easiest way, again, I'll show you, put in the note, put in the 8th note, and then turn it into a rest. And then we can put in our 8th note on the second half of the beat there. Okay. And what do we want that to be? We want that to be a quarter note. Okay. So does that look like that? 1, 2, and 4. Or sorry, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and rest and 3. Yep, it's the same. Okay, so let's move on to C. Okay, we're starting with 16th note, so let's change it to a 16th note, and we're just going to put 4 in a row. Okay. Then followed by 2 8th notes, and then 2 quarter notes. Okay. And as you can see, I move pretty fast, and the more that you practice, the more levels you do, you will get quicker and quicker at putting these in as well. So don't worry if you're still pretty slow. That's okay. You're just starting out. Okay, and let's check it. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 and 3, 4. We got it. Okay, so last. Now this, of course, is going to be the same as what we did there. So it's going to be exactly the same as that. Okay, so 2 8th notes. Okay. What do we do? So I put in the 8th note, but I want to rest, so I just press backspace or delete. Either backspace or delete will work on your keyboard. Okay, and then on the next 8th rest, I put in my note. And last, but that's not an 8th note, we want a quarter note, so I change it to a quarter note, and we're done. Let's check it, let's listen. Here we go. Okay, and as you're listening again, hopefully you're paying attention to how does that A, B, C, B pattern sound. Okay, hopefully you can hear it play back. I'm not sure if it's coming through my microphone too well or not, but if not, just listen to it on your own computer, of course. Okay, uh, and so that's all for the practice. So now on your own, what you're going to do is you're going to create your own rhythms, make something up on your own. But here on in part C, it needs to follow an A, B, A, C pattern, just like we did in part A. So it's going to be same, different, A, B, A, C. And then in section D, create your own 4-bar rhythm that follows an A, B, C, B pattern. Okay, so A, B, C, B, or different, 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 same. Okay, or sorry, different, same, different, same. Uh, A, B, C, B. Okay, so once you've created your rhythms, A, B, A, C, and A, B, C, B, I want you to make sure this time you're including at least a few 16th note beats. And let me see, 1 or 2 8th rests in your rhythms somewhere. Okay, when you're done doing that, then we hand it in. So we go up to score details. I forgot to show you this in level 1. Score details, and then just click turn in. Okay. And after it loads for a moment, loading, 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 then it says turned in. So that just means you sent it to me. Okay. After you turn it in, if you've noticed some mistakes, you just click unsubmit. And that means you just kind of take it back, and then you can fix your mistakes and turn it in again. Okay. So good luck with level 2 and have fun.